everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back with another Marvel Future Fight video, and today we're here with Mephisto stage 30, oh no, my bad, 40 to 45, almost messed that up. This was actually screen recorded. The past two Mephisto videos that you've seen, if you haven't checked them out, make sure to go watch them, were from the live streams. This one, I had to go ahead and screen record because we didn't have time to live stream this weekend, but hopefully we'll have some time soon during the week as well. But we're going to be doing stage 40 here with Thanos. The requirement is supervillain. So our following options were given: Thanos, Doc Ock, Namor, Jean Grey, and Black Bolt. So we're all set with these 5 characters. We had some good runs here in today's video, and some close ones as well. And this one is definitely one of those close ones, because Thanos is actually equipped with a CTP of regeneration. He doesn't have a proc or an energy, so he's not really built for World Boss Legend, but he's still able to get the job done, which is nice. But yeah, he definitely could have been flying through this a whole lot faster if we had given him an actual proc or PvE obelisk. But even so, with the regen, he gets the first phase of the fight done within 45 seconds. So pretty nice stuff there from him, even with the PvP build. So we're going to go ahead and pop a tier 3 rotation, then hit the 5-3-4. So we're going to have this video tonight, and then tomorrow morning we will have stages 45 through 49 up for you guys, hopefully, as long as I get that done in time. But after that, we're going to have the live stream sort of reaction and breakdown later that night, so tomorrow night. So make sure to stay tuned for that. It comes out 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Hopefully, this live stream does not get canceled. That would be unfortunate. I'm recording this voiceover recording. Yeah, it gets confusing. But I'm doing this in the morning of today. This will post later tonight. So hopefully there's no cancellations by the time this video comes out, because then it's just kind of like a sore subject kind of thing. All right, so we're going to finish out the second phase of the fight here. We're going to have about 3 minutes remaining for the final phase, so we'll be all good here. The regular rotation here is going to hopefully finish it out, and it indeed does. Very nice stuff here from Thanos. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and pop a tier 3 rotation to get us a nice solid 5 bars. We'll take it 6 bars, actually, which is even nicer, and actually really close to 7. But yeah, we're doing pretty well so far. Thanos is a very tanky character, so he kind of just gets hit by all the attacks, and it doesn't really matter. But this next run with Doc Ock, we're definitely have to play a little smarter. Obviously, he's tanky, but he can't tank those. No character can just straight up tank all 4 of those, or all 3 of those, so we did have to switch there, because he already got hit by the first one. And for a big guy, Thanos moves really fast, because as you can see, you could definitely tell the movement speed change there between him and Cyclops. It's actually kind of funny that Thanos is that much faster than Cyclops, considering he's such a big guy. It's pretty funny how fast they made his movement speed, but it's also pretty nice, because, I mean, a tank that's fast, I mean, who would say no to that? Especially a tank that's fast that can also deal damage. It's pretty nice. We unfortunately run into the time zone thing there, but it's all good. Because, like I said, his movement speed's fast, so it don't matter. He can still run through and get all the little paths that he needs and still go ahead and deal enough damage. So there we go. We got 5 bars left. We tried sneaking another regular rotation there. We only really got half the hits on it, so it ended up being a little weak. But it is what it is, because it did build us up to the next tier 3 rotation, and now that he's frozen here, we should have enough damage from this tier 3 rotation to finish out the fight. And there's stage 40, sorry, within a minute and 23 seconds, with a minute and 23 seconds remaining. Jeez, come on. And it took us 3 minutes and 37 seconds to get that run, and we got 2 special booty boxes, so that's pretty nice. So now we're here on stage 41, and now we're with Doc Ock. For some reason, saying like stage 40 and stuff is so like weird and foreign to my mouth. Just because this is our first time that we're up this high in any World Bosses. We've never really had the intention to push World Boss Legend stages before. So this is our first time, and because we're this high up, it's kind of weird. We're used to saying stage 20, stage 15, stuff like that, especially even for our review videos. But now that we have more stages unlocked, we'll be able to do some review videos on higher stages, which will be nice. Of course, Mephisto's only the start, though. We're getting him up now, but we're definitely going to try and start getting some of the other characters up as well, like Noel. So we switched there, and it actually worked out to be perfect because then Titania didn't get hit at all, and neither did Doc Ock, which was nice. And Doc Ock also has a pretty nice movement speed. Now, this stage is really annoying in particular because of all the dang poison gases that I keep dropping everywhere, because you have to avoid that. And then if he's in a rage, you have to avoid him and his attacks as well. And then some blade twisters that come in at times. Yeah, it's pretty annoying, especially when you have a fragile character like Doc Ock. If you don't know, Doc Ock has the DPS, and as you can see here, you can clearly see that. But his main problem is his survivability. He's a little squishy, which only makes sense considering he's like half alive with this uniform. Obviously, the machines are actually keeping him alive. For the most part, he's kind of like half dead, half alive. So it doesn't make sense that he's a little squishy, but it can be a little annoying, especially on higher stages. I had to redo this run. I don't even know how many times. We actually had to go ahead and give him a 200 proc so that we could deal enough damage to avoid certain phases of the fight so that he wouldn't get killed because he just wasn't dealing enough damage to skip it, and I wasn't playing smart enough to be able to avoid it. So it kind of made for this killer combo. So we switched there just in case because we didn't know if we were going to get time frozen, and if he gets hit by Mephisto there, he's most likely dead. So we switched over to Titania. We didn't have to, but it was a necessary precaution. She actually got her Transcendent rotation off, which was pretty nice. And then he went and doubled back on that with his Transcendent rotation. And we were able to get into the final phase of the fight with 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. Pretty nice. We're definitely going to dodge this attack because this attack will 100% kill him. And right there, I might have had a little bit of a heart attack. We got stuck in the time freeze thing that literally popped up right in front of us. And thankfully, the attack that he sent at us was a little off. And we did get to run far enough away from it, but it was pretty darn close there. Could have gone either way, and we definitely could have had to restart this run. And once again, slightly just missing the time freeze. But yeah, now you can see all the toxic meters I'm talking about. They're all just all over the place, making it so hard. And we're getting hit by the spears that are going through too. Yeah, it's a pretty annoying stage here at 41. They just kind of throw pretty much everything at you that they got. And I can only imagine that that'll get more annoying once we climb higher, because then Mephisto will have more HP and more attack. So getting hit by one of those is really going to screw us over and really upset us, I bet. We're going to pop a Transcendent rotation here. It's going to give us about 6 bars there, leaving us with 4 more bars to go. We're going to pop a regular rotation, and unfortunately, he cancels us out of that rotation. And because he's a Transcendent character, it's not like that was even valuable enough to sort of build up to the next tier 3. He's a Transcendent, so I still have to wait for the cooldown on his skill. So it was really annoying there. I feel it's more annoying when you do it with a Transcendent character. And obviously a Transcendent rotation would also be the same level of annoyance, probably more, because then you have to wait for that 30 seconds to come back. So we popped the regular rotation, popped the Transcendent to see if it would be enough to get rid of him. But unfortunately, without the proc, because the proc had already activated on the regular rotation, it wasn't enough. But it didn't matter because we still had 56 seconds to kill him. And we only had 1 bar left. So there you go. There's stage 41 with Doc Ock with a 200 proc obelisk. So he is built for PvE, definitely more than Thanos is. So we got done within 4 minutes and 8 seconds. So pretty nice stuff there from Doc Ock. With only a couple strikers. We had to spread out the strikers, of course, because of all the shortages on characters with the requirements. So we definitely had to make sure, like you can see here, that we had enough characters and whatnot. We had to double check right there that we're still screen recording, so I apologize for that little screen menu coming up. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't doing these runs for no reason, you know what I mean? It's pretty annoying when that happens. So yeah, so we're going to put a couple strikers up. We checked the teams and we saw who was available. We have Carnage, Hela, Ultron, and Emma Frost, or Emma Stone, or Emma Frost. Yeah, Emma Frost, not Emma Stone. We wanted to go ahead and go all in with the strikers here for Namor, but it looks like we accidentally forgot to select Namor. We accidentally clicked on Black Bolt, but that's all right. We're just going and start it back up with the right team this time. Green Goblin lead, Loki support, which she doesn't really have a support. He was just kind of thrown in there just because there wasn't really many other characters I could use If you saw anyone that would have been useful to Namor, let me know. But I couldn't find anyone, so I just kind of threw Loki in because I didn't even see any bonuses. But yeah, we decided to go all out on strikers because we know that Black Bolt and Jean Grey are going to get this stage done just fine. I mean, their tier 4s make them insane and pretty broken. That we don't really have to worry about them dying or not having enough damage. We know that they'll be just fine in those departments there. So I'm really happy with actually how this run turned out with Namor because I'm not going to lie, I wasn't expecting him to be able to clear this just because of the fact that I haven't used him a long time. So I couldn't remember how good his damage was or wasn't. So I remember thinking, oh, we might have to give him a mighty judgment. We might have to reforge his judgment for him to be able to get this clear. And then I remembered that I actually pulled the CTP judgment on my free-to-play account the other day on CTP day, not on my main account. So then I was like, oh, no, he needs to get this done. So I really started to lock in here after this phase. Once I sort of thought about that in my mind, I was like, all right, here we go. We got to get this done. We got 2 phases left. Let's go. No messing around whatsoever here because he needs to get this done. It's not like Doc Ock where I had a 180 proc and I was able to give him a 200 proc to make him good enough to get the run done. With Namor, it's different. He has a pretty max build, and he already has a CTP judgment, so not much else I can give him. So it's kind of expected that he can get this run done, but like I said, I hadn't played him in so long that I wasn't quite sure. I hadn't played him since he really first came out, so I didn't know. So the nice thing about his tier 3 rotation there is that he's actually in the air for most of the time. So Mephisto's sitting in that rage there trying to deal damage to us, but we're in our tier 3 animation, so he just can't hit us, which is nice, and we're still able to get all of our damage off. And although we lost a lot of the rage bar, we were still able to complete it there just fine and have no problem. So on his regular rotation, what I usually do is a 5-4-3. But once he gets hit, I actually incorporate the second skill because if you didn't know, his second skill has the heal. So I go 2-5-4-3, and then obviously I throw in the tier 3 at the end if it's available. But I did start popping in the second skill in there just so I could heal him up and make sure that he didn't get hit too much. Now, although his third skill has a V-pad and allows him to move around like crazy, so doesn't really get hit that much either way. So we're going to pop the tier 3 rotation right here, but we want to smartly save it for the final phase of the fight here because we had 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. So we wanted to make sure that we could get this part of the fight done just fine without having to worry at all. So we're just going to go ahead and pop another regular rotation, dodge this attack very slightly. Go ahead and pop a tier 3 rotation here, deal some decent amount of damage, and bring him down to 18 bars. He's going to go ahead and get enraged because we've dealt a decent amount of damage to him. We're going to go ahead and run in the circle here, grab all of these time freezes here, boom, boom, and so far this fight, we didn't get hit by the time freeze as much as the previous fights, which was nice. And unfortunately, on that regular rotation, or on that tier 3 rotation is what it was supposed to be, we accidentally got stuck on the third skill and wasn't able to pop the tier 3. So do be careful about that. It is easy to get stuck on that third skill sometimes. And that's just unfortunately what ended up happening to us. But now we've got 10 bars left for 1 minute and 12 seconds. So again, we got to lock in, get this done, because there is no going back on him. Waiting for this time freeze to go away. He's camping the third circle there, which is really frustrating and annoying. Kind of funny now watching it back, though. But yeah, that's definitely puppy guarding it, not wanting me to get past. We're going to go ahead and pop a tier 3 rotation here, getting down the last 4 bars of the fight. We have 50 seconds left. Here we go. Let's get it done. We're going to run in a circle here, get time frozen, so I might have jinxed myself, even though this is a recording. So I don't know how that works, but yeah, I kind of spoke too soon would be a better phrase to put it there, because I was talking about how he wasn't getting time frozen at all this fight, but it ended up happening. So we decided to just tank through his rage and pop a tier 3 rotation to get the fight done. Like 10 seconds earlier than it would have been instead of having to run through all those circles there. But there you go. There is stage 42. He gets it done in 4 minutes and 30 6 seconds there. Very nice stuff. And now we're into the tier 4. So we finally get to just let the damage rip, not have to worry about anything because their damage is just insane. And you'll clearly see that here, starting off with Black Bolt here on stage 43. It's pretty fun going from the level 80s, and it was difficult, and we had to make sure we kept them alive, especially with like Doc Ock and stuff. And their damage was cute, but now with the tier 4s is where we get serious, and they deal so much damage that it literally does not matter what the boss tries to do, because we're gonna absolutely murder them here. And yeah, it's just a little nice change of pace to be able to just absolutely rock Mephisto instead of having to put up a fight with him, because now there just is no fight, and you can clearly see that getting a 50-second clear of the first phase of the fight on stage 43 here of Mephisto. And I remember Black Bolt does have a mini rage on, so not even a rage, just a mini rage in this fight here. Go ahead and pop another tier 3 rotation and watch the bars just melt away. So satisfying, especially after 3 tough runs. It's kind of like a reward, It's like all right, you ate your dinner. Here's your dessert. It's a little reward for crushing the other stages. Well, I wouldn't say crushing, but getting through the other stages. It's pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so we're going to go ahead and grab this last thing here. Ooh, slightly get by without getting hit. And now we're going to hit him back for trying to even think about hitting us with a tier 3 rotation there. That gives us about 10 bars. Very nice. We're going to push him to his next little cutscene here. But it's not going to stop us. He's going to go ahead and cutscene, but not going to do much from stopping the inevitable. Yes, we are Thanos now. We're going to go ahead and pop our regular rotation, because we don't really need to pop the tier 3. We can save it for the next phase, because we have that co-op that got us enough damage, leaving us with 3 whole minutes for the final phase of the fight. Here we go, straight into a tier 3 rotation. Let's watch the bars melt, and along with that, my screen, because Black Bolt's tier 3 loves to just absolutely destroy any visuals that you have in the game whatsoever. I'm going to go ahead and dodge these, because obviously Black Bolt's not a tank and he will die to those. But he has enough damage to just completely skip all the other attacks that he was really going to try and do on us, and get him down to 12 bars here. Going to go ahead and pop another regular rotation. Accidentally missed the 3rd skill, but incorporated it right at the end again, so it's all good. But yeah, I was really close to missing that and sort of screwing up our whole rotation. But the good thing is that he went into a rage, which normally isn't a good thing, but it was good to sort of help reset our cooldowns, even if we did miss the 3rd skill. Pop the tier 3 and get him down to the last 2 bars. Pop a regular rotation, and he's going to cutscene us again, because he just doesn't want to die. He's embarrassed. He's embarrassed that we got him killed this fast on this high of a stage. But you know what I say to that? Goodbye. See you in whatever stage Black Bolt comes back. I don't know. There's stage 43 done. He gets it done in 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Pretty nice clear there from Black Bolt. And last but not least, we're bringing out the Queen of MFF for stage 44. We're going to quickly change the graphics to low for her, because we don't want to get disconnected. Because if you think Black Bolt has some visual clutter, so does she. So here we go. We're going stage 44 here with Jean Grey, makeshift team, no supports, no strikers, because she doesn't need them. And I already used them on all the other characters, so we don't need them. Black Bolt only had 2. She's going in with none, and she's going to absolutely crush this stage. Here we go. We're going to pop a regular rotation here. Yeah, I'm definitely evil with these 2 runs. I definitely was feeling the Thanos vibes these last 2 runs here, being able to just absolutely destroy these stages. But when you had to redo a run as much as I had to with Doc Ock, it only is right. It feels that much better. And yeah, 25 seconds in, and we're done with the first phase of the fight. Yeah, tier 4 is a little broken, but obviously as we climb higher stages, we'll start to see the World Boss Legends sort of catch up with us. They surely have started to catch up with our level 80s. Level 80s can only go so much higher. Probably, I'd give all of them probably 20, 15 more stages, depending on which characters they are. But then after that, once we get into 60s, 70s, the tier 4s are definitely going to have to come in. And of course, the really good level 80s are going to have to take over from there. I'm not sure we'll be getting 5 clears every time with 5 different characters. We might have to start reusing some. I know I did have to start doing that already for Kang because, well, yeah, Kang's on a whole nother level there. Even Gene can struggle on higher stages of Kang with him. He can definitely be a bit of a pain. So we're going to go ahead and slightly dodge that. Very similar to what happened with Black Bolt. We just slightly dodged it. We decided to save the tier 3 for the next phase. Very similar to... Both those things were very similar to what happened in the Black Bolt fight. It's kind of funny. Little parallels there, basically. And here we are into the final phase of the fight. Go ahead and pop this tier 3 rotation and absolutely end his life. Here we go. Tier 3 rotation. And we're going to get ourselves a nice little 10 bars. Nice. So 3 tier 3 rotations and he'd be dead. But obviously we also have to keep in to count our regular rotation here. That's doing 5 bars. So yeah, he does not have much longer to live. As long as we hit this right and he doesn't cutscene us or anything, should be pretty much one more regular rotation and he should be done. Yep. There we go. 4 bars. We popped a regular rotation. Missed about half of it because he's in this rage. But you know what? Our tier 3 rotation will do it just fine for us. Just got to get that 3rd skill up. Just wait. Tease him a little bit. And goodbye. Boom. Very nice stuff there from tier 4 Jean Grey with the CTP of Rage on stage 44 of Mephisto. And that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. We've got 2 minutes and 22-second clear there. Or 27-second clear there. And we even got a book, which is pretty nice. All right, so before we wrap up today's video, we're going to take a look at the next requirement, which is actually Blast for tomorrow's video. So the following options that we're going to have to use is going to be obviously Tier 4 Iron Man, Tier 4 Atom, and Tier 4 Star-Lord. Those will, of course, be our last 3 clears. And then we will have Cable, Doctor Strange, and Sharon as our other 3 options. Obviously, we only need 5 of them. So we're going to run that and see how it goes. We're going to open these booty boxes, and then that'll do it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you did, as always, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, guys. We'll see you all in tomorrow's video. Peace out, guys.